Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to share with you today the top tools that I use to help run my online business. So if you don't know, I run an online coaching business. I create digital courses. I create content online. I also have a service side of my business where I do VIP days and I help online business owners either set up their Shopify store, set up their email lists, basically anything that they need that I can give to them. I help them out in that respect, and I'll leave a link to those in the description box down below in case you are interested. But I've narrowed down the tools I guess I use over the last while. When you're starting out an online business, it's so easy to think, I need this, I need that, I need 5 of those, I need to use this, and this, and I need to keep switching all of the time, right? I see this a lot in the online space where people have like shiny object syndrome. I think a problem when it comes to running a business online is that so many people have different tools that work for them. And it's not necessarily about finding the absolute perfect tool, but it's about finding one that works for you, or at least giving something a chance before you decide to switch and not having that shiny object syndrome. So I definitely kind of battled that in the beginning of this business for sure. But over the last few months, I really sat down and I'm like, okay, you do not need all of these things. What do you actually need? What is actually keeping your business running? What is actually helping you run your business more efficiently? And what just like isn't doing that? So I've really streamlined what I use on a day-to-day basis. So these tools that I'm going to be sharing with you today not only make my life a lot easier, like I said, I do have a lot of different avenues within my business. I also help run another online business that has kind of come from this channel, which is really awesome. So I'm balancing a lot of plates. I also have my personal life and my kids and all that stuff. So these tools that I'm going to share with you today help me not only do my business easier, help me save time, and they help me feel a lot more organized. And they also kind of make me money because that is what we are here to do if we are running online businesses. So let's go ahead and jump into the tools. Okay, so if you are not new around here, you will not be surprised by the first tool that I'm going to mention, but that is ClickUp. If you haven't gotten on the project management tool train, I highly suggest finding one that works for you. It might be ClickUp, it might be Notion, it might be Asana, it might be Trello, but having a project management system that you really use to its fullest extent and you really learn how to use in a way that works for you is so important. Like I said before, shiny object syndrome is a thing. And in the past, I was bouncing around from tool to tool, but I landed on ClickUp and I just knew it was going to work for me and I was going to make it work for me. Now, essentially what ClickUp is it's a project management tool, but it basically takes every single feature from all of these other project management tools and it puts it into one. So you can have lists, you can have boards, you can have mind maps, you can have documents. My new favorite thing, you can actually embed Google Sheets or Google Documents within ClickUp, so you can actually like easily access them within ClickUp, and then they're also in your Google Drive. I just love the abilities that ClickUp has. It's also great because you can use it across teams. So for the business that I work for, we have actually started to use ClickUp. I finally convinced them to come to the dark side and use ClickUp. It's been amazing. And we are so much more organized as a team in that respect because we have ClickUp to kind of keep us organized. The next tool that I'm going to talk about is my Google Calendar. And you guys, I am a paper planner. I use my Moxie Life planner to keep me organized as like a whole well-rounded person. But when it comes to meetings and due dates and things that have times, I need to put it in a digital calendar, and that's okay. That's okay. If you're in the planner community and you feel like you have to use all of these different paper planners, if these paper planners are not making you feel more organized in a certain area of your life, for me, that's keeping track of my appointments, it is okay to use something digital. I'm giving you permission for that. So my Google Calendar, I use it a few different ways. Mostly I use it just for appointments and meetings that I might have, but I also use it for time blocking every so often. Now, I don't do this every single day because with 2 toddlers, it's really hard to time block sometimes, but I love using it for time blocking. So if you don't know what time blocking is, essentially it's where you take a block of time and you dedicate that time to one specific task. So within that block of time, you are only focusing on that task. When that block of time is over, you say goodbye to that task and you move on to the new task. So essentially, say I am trying to film a YouTube video, right? And I've blocked out between 10 and 11 to film this YouTube video. If it gets to 11 o'clock and I haven't finished filming this YouTube video, the point is that you just stop and you move on to the next task. Now, obviously that's a little bit annoying if you're filming a YouTube video because you have to like get ready again and all that stuff. So it's probably not the best example, but that's the general idea. You just move on from one task to the next, and it makes you a lot more productive, because a lot of times when we are going about our day and we're switching from task to task, that's what's actually taking up a lot of our time. We're having that shiny object syndrome. We're having that squirrel brain where we can't focus on the one task. So staying on task during that block of time really helps you stay more productive and get more things done. How many times can I say task in the one clip? That is the question. So my Google Calendar along with ClickUp are really like the hubs of my business. Like if I didn't have either one of those, I would feel so unorganized. Like I don't know what I would do. So if I had to pick two tools for organization that were absolutely vital within my business, it would absolutely be ClickUp and Google Calendar. Next tool that I have to talk about is Canva. You guys, I use Canva for absolutely everything within my business. Now, I do have Canva Pro, and I do suggest if you are going to use Canva, just to upgrade to Canva Pro. I actually got it on a deal with Ebates, which is now Rakuten actually. If you don't know what that is, it's basically a cashback service. I'll leave a link in the description box down below for you to check it out. But Canva Pro is essential for my business. I do everything within Canva. I create Instagram templates. I create ebooks for my students. I create freebies for my email list. I create presentations in there. I do so much within Canva. And what I love is that all of my files are in the same place, so I can repurpose them. I can resize them if I want to use something that I designed and use it for a different purpose than I had originally intended. Canva just makes it really, really easy. And it's kind of like graphic design for dummies, because there's so much within Canva to help you create something that's beautiful and aesthetically pleasing that you can go in there with no design experience and you can just create something for your Instagram that would pop and will get shared like crazy. So I love Canva for that. Now, maybe you are already using Canva and you're creating those Instagram graphics and you're just not seeing a return on showing up online. If this is you and you are running a planner shop, I invite you to check out my free training. I will leave it in the description box down below, where I go over 3 of the top mistakes that I see planner shops making and how you can avoid them in your shop. And one of them is about Instagram, and it is about marketing your products. So this is an hour-long training. You will leave with so much value that you can act on straight away. So that link is in the description box down below, or you can go to www.growyourplannershop.com to check it out. So let's move on to a few tools that I use that save me so much time. Now, the first one is actually something that I only started using in the past few months, but that's QuickBooks. And you guys, I have been wanting to use QuickBooks for the longest time. I had looked into it back in the day when I had my planner shop, and I was always so overwhelmed by it because it does require a little bit of setup. So if you're starting it like mid-year like I did, you do have to go in and like kind of categorize all of your different transactions. And if you're not organized on the banking side, that could take you quite a while. But once I got it set up, you guys, I can't tell you how much I love QuickBooks. So essentially what QuickBooks is, it's an accounting software, I think. I don't even know if I'm explaining that right, but essentially it's a bookkeeping software. I think that's a better word. It's a bookkeeping software where you can keep track of your income and your expenses for your business throughout multiple years. Like if I was using QuickBooks in 2017, I could go back to 2017 right now and see like how those stats compare to my stats for this year, which is really cool. So in the past, I was using a spreadsheet from Paper and Spark, which if you are an Etsy seller or a Shopify seller, those spreadsheets are really great just for giving you a bird's eye view. And they are great for organizing and doing your bookkeeping throughout the year. They're just more manual. They're great for beginners if you don't have a lot of money to spend on bookkeeping software and you don't mind taking the manual route. I used them for years. I used them throughout my whole entire planner shop business. They're totally great, and I do suggest using them if that kind of works for you. But what I love about QuickBooks is that it just is automatic, you guys. It automatically goes into my bank account. It pulls all of the transactions in, and I categorize them, upload receipts, and then everything is there. It'll tell me my estimated taxes. It'll tell me my profit and loss. It'll like compare last month to this month. So I really see like in real time how my business is actually doing. The next tool that saves me time, and this might seem a little bit odd for me to put in the time saving category, but it's actually ConvertKit, which is my email list service provider. Now, ConvertKit email lists, obviously they can be a very manual thing, but something that I have set up and something that I teach my students how to set up within Planner Boss Academy is how to actually create automations for your email list. So over the last few months, I have created I don't even know how many weeks long it is, but it's a few weeks long welcome sequence for any new subscribers that sign up to my email list. So they are getting new emails full of value every few days for the first few weeks that they are signed up to my email list. So this means that even when I am tired and I don't want to send a manual email, my email list is still getting emails because I've done that work on the back end. So I'm still showing up in people's inboxes. I'm still providing that value, and I'm also still pitching my products because this is a business. Obviously, you have to sell when the time comes. And when you're not on like that, if you don't have the systems in place to sell, you're not going to be making any money. So now that I have all of these automations and sequences set up, I have those pitches worked in there so that if people are interested in what I'm selling, they can go ahead and check it out. So I'm making money on autopilot, which I hate that I almost said that word because this is another video I want to do in the future. But making money on autopilot, it's a very misleading term. Let's just leave it at that. I will make another video on that in the future if you want me to, so let me know. So those are the top 5 tools that I use in my business every single day to help me run my business more smoothly and to save me a little bit of time. Like I said in the beginning of this video is not about use these tools. These are going to be the tools that are best for you. They work for me. And if they work for you, that is great. And I highly suggest you go check them out because they are great options for you. But the point is, pick something to try, whether it's ClickUp, whether it's Google Calendar for time blocking. Pick something to try and figure out what works best for you because that is what is going to make all the difference. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe and leave me a comment down below and let me know what your total can't live without tool is that helps you run your business, whether you are an online business owner, whether you're a content creator, whether you're a brick and mortar store, what can't you live without? Okay, I will see you in my next video. Bye.